Yeah. Hi, namaste everyone. It's me Soni Raval, and I'm here to present a short slide presentation of my learning during the course of school-based continuous professional development by Kathmandu University. So, so during this course, my I have my very great learning experiences. I was glad and blessed to be a part of this course, which was of 48 credit hours, and I'm deeply thankful to my institution, Gorkha Group, and also Kathmandu University. um, I also want to thank my respected facilitator, Samiksha ma'am, who helped me throughout my journey. And I have gained in this course during the session. I gained lots and lots of knowledge and skillful teaching practices. I have studied about various educational philosophies, how to plan curriculum, and about child psychology and how to tackle the psychologies and different qualities and behaviors of the child. I also learned about the implementation of ICT, new modern pedagogies, and also assessment and evaluation strategies that helps me to engage my students very peacefully in my classroom. So in this course, we total have 6 modules, in which the first module was about educational philosophies and theories. In this module, I learned about different kinds of philosophies and educational theories and how to implement them practically in our classroom. In detail, we were taught about 3 educational philosophies. They were behaviorism, progressivism, and constructivism. Behaviorism, it teaches or it indicates that this theory deals with the child's behavior rather than the mind, and this theory motivates my students during my teaching practice, that gives me the best desirable outcomes for my students. And the next theory was progressivism, which describes about the learning gained through real life experiences. You can say practical life, or whatever the students have done practically, they will learn from their real life experiences. It can be hands-on activities, and it can be peer or group work, peer work. And uh, in this philosophy, teacher act as a facilitator, and which involves all the students very actively in the classroom. And the third philosophy was constructivism. This theory gives more emphasis or more platform to the student to get their own learning, to get their own understanding through their own experiences. And constructive classroom, it includes everything that students have done, like exploring themselves, problem they can solve their problems themselves. They have done different kinds of practical works. They can inquiry, cross question the teachers, and also they can include ICD based learning in their learning or learning method. So from this module, I was able to know or follow my own kind of teaching philosophy as per the time situation, as per the students and classroom materials. And the next module was curriculum planning and development. This module appears as a game changer during my teaching experiences, as I was able to manage my plan my curriculum, and then I was able to make my own lesson plans. That make me I can implement that lesson plan in effective manner. And I also understood that integrated curriculum and what are the components. And I also explored national curriculum through this curriculum planning development module, and tried to implement or integrate, apply um, that curriculum in my teaching practice. So, our third module was about child psychology, and during this session, I got to know various aspects of child psychology and how to engage each and every child during their learning phase with their special abilities and behavior. This session was of 2 credit hours, and it was held by or conducted by our respected child psychologist Vijay Bijuksha ma'am. So, according to the child psychology, it is an subconscious and conscious childhood development. In this session, I was able to know about the different stages and development of this child that helps or that makes a great impact on their learning outcomes. I also understood or recognized the main role or impact of the family members and the surrounding areas or environment of the child that influences their behaviors and development. So, being a teacher, we have to identify the child individually, I think, and then whatever difficulties of that child are there, we have to learn them, and then we have to support them accordingly. And so we also have to know to handle and support the challenging child, if there are any kind of challenging child in our classroom, or if we ever counter them during our teaching sessions or career. So that was my learning from the module 3 child psychology. After that, we entered to the module 4, which was about technology integration and ICT. In this module, we were introduced to different kinds of ICT technologies and how to utilize the digital tools that have been used nowadays in many arenas or areas, which also helps to improve the teaching as well as learning in our classroom, in our school environment, school area. So I understood about the main importance of ICT in education, how to use them properly, how to manage them, how to manage each and every content, and about my teaching plans and everything in ICT, in different technologies. And then I was very overwhelmed that I was introduced to explore different kinds of Google workspaces and ICT tools, where we explored tools like Canva, Gamma.app, and Wheels of Names, Slice Mania, and so on, that could help me, that had helped me in my teaching sessions. Yeah, it was very fun to learn this module, and I was also introduced to TPAC model, that includes technology knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge altogether. After that, we were introduced to Module 5, which was Innovative Pedagogies, where we learned about different kinds of pedagogies, like mainly 3 pedagogies. They were informing, reforming, and transforming pedagogies. Informing pedagogy, which refers that teacher behaves like a hero. Whatever the teacher tells, the students will listen, and whatever the teacher teaches, the same thing was captured by students. Whereas reforming pedagogy focuses on the process of learning, and there were in this reforming pedagogy, teacher it acts as a facilitator, facilitator, where students they construct their own knowledge through their participation. And the third one, transforming pedagogy, treats teacher as a changing agent. Teacher works as an agent only, and students they do their work. Here, students as well as teachers they can work in a collaboration. We also looked up a survey of Vogue 1989 that includes 15 qualities of an effective teacher that was very helpful for my teaching journey. And we also explore some extra some pedagogies like inquiry based learning, project based learning. We learned these two pedagogies in detail, and we also prepared a lesson plan by using 5 learning process. And we also included STEAM based pedagogy, and that STEAM based pedagogy was also included in our 5 lesson plan. This STEAM based pedagogy it includes all kinds of subjects merged together like science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. After this module, we were in our last module 6, which was about assessment and evaluation. This was our final module, and in this course, we were introduced to different kinds of assessment and evaluation tools, and we were introduced to the national curriculum of assessment and evaluation. And it includes this national curriculum, this assessment evaluation tools or methods includes formative and summative assessments. Now, we also studied about the difference between these two. And formative assessment deals with the classroom assessments, peer assessment, journal writing that can be done on a daily basis. And whereas summative assessment is the assessment done at the end of term or unit or session. We can conduct as exam. We can get a routine exam. It can be said as a summative assessment. So we were also introduced to CDC and evaluation process of grade 1 to 3, where we learned how to evaluate. We have learned the evaluation criteria that includes class participation and student performance. So we also got to learn about the feedback giving sessions, and then how beautifully we can give feedback to the student that can inspire or motivate them for their further learning. So we also knew about that if the student was unable or failed in any subject, we can continue the assessment, retest them or reassess them, and until they could succeed or they could get a pass marks, we can engage or keep on improving the students' level. And then we also got to know about grading criteria, how to grade the students, and we also were introduced about the portfolio, how to maintain the students' portfolio, about their gradings, about their behavior, whatever students have made throughout the year, to collect them in a one portfolio. And we learned about different lenses of assessments like assessment of learning, assessment for learning, and assessment as learning. We practiced rubrics by making it, and by it was discussed by our man in detail. And we also knew about the importance of rubrics that we can use in our classroom in our subject wise activities accordingly. So that was my experience about this whole course. I am so thankful once again, and it was a great session to know various kinds of knowledge, to gain this kind of knowledge. And at last, I want to end my presentation here. Thank you so much.